walking through Paramaribo on a Monday morning. So everyone goes to work. Neat, orderly, peaceful, and quiet, apart from the traffic. Let's contrast this to a day in Guyana. And look at these guys observing the traffic rules, waiting for the cars, waiting for each other. No minibuses trying to poke in front. You're gonna be amazed when I show you the minibuses. Just crossed the road. I just think this is Monday. Look at how tidy this city is, and they're all ready for business. Alright, on this hand we have Surinamese monument. You got the water there. It's maintained. And this is the police outpost, would you believe it? But this is where the police are living. Right. Literally living like pigs. You want to look at broken window theory? Here's a place for it. This is Brick Dam Police Station. Where the policemen live. So this is the rear of Brick Dam Police Station now. The bit that they seem to have painted for the Jubilee. Here we are at a Surinamese bus depot. I know we focused on this and off defense a little while ago, but it was a Sunday the last time I was in Suriname. Just met a cool brother down here in Suriname. What's your name?
Remy.
Remy?
Yes.
Cool brother. I was just comparing the bus park in Guyana to the one in Suriname, and Remy was giving me a little update. I thought the buses here, I've never had music on them, but he was saying they did have music. So tell me a bit about when the buses had music and why they stopped it.
When the buses have music, they make a lot of noise. It was disturbing for too many people. Child couldn't sleep, and the police stopped it there.
So what about the elderly people you were telling me about them?
Elderly people, they only have headache because of the music, because they don't like too much noise.
They don't like too much noise, huh?
Yes.
So you think it's been better?
The driver won't listen to the elderly people, because the young ones, the teenagers, they like the loud music. But the elderly, they don't like it.
So how long did it take for them to stop all the loud music in the buses and stuff? Because you were also saying that they couldn't hear the passengers when they're trying to stop and stuff like that.
Yes.
So how long did it take?
It don't happen easy and fast. Maybe 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years to really cut it down.
Then to shut it down. To shut all down. There are some buses, they still have loud music, but when they see the police, they
have to turn down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's amazing. I haven't heard one bus apart from the party buses. So you think it's improved the environment?
Yes, of course.
And I mean, looking around here, do people normally go around cleaning? I've noticed there are a lot of bins in the city. In Guyana, there are almost no bins. You think that makes a real difference to keeping the city clean?
No, I must say, after the 2010, the government, they really clean up the city, every place. Now you often see people are working, cleaning.
So it wasn't like that before?
It wasn't like that before.
So it's only since 2010, and they've been able to make such a massive difference
Yes.
in just a couple of years.
Every day. Not only cleaning. When you look around you see people working. If it's Sundays, it's Easter, it don't make a difference what day it is. But you see, always you see people working.
So it's employment that is created.
Yeah, employment.
And a better city for everybody to live in.
Because of the tourism.
So do you have anything like we have in Guyana? We have bus touts, people that come and pull you and tug you, and they harass women, they try and push you into a bus. Do you have anything like that on this bus park?
No, I don't see it.
Not seen any touts before. You must visit Guyana. I hope there aren't any touts when you visit, but if you do, you'll see. Thank you so much, Remy. I think a lot of Guyanese will connect with your message, and I'm glad it's someone not from Guyana, another country, giving a fresh perspective on this.
Yes, no thanks.
I'm here actually midweek on a Monday. This is pretty busy. We're approaching rush hour period for the afternoon, but I just want you to note there are no push carts, no loud music, no touts trying to force people into buses. People are polite. There's no one trying to tell people where they need to go, because folks normally already know where they want to go. There are actually headrests in these buses, so there's some safety and security that's considered here. And if we were to take it out, this is the broader bus terminal. Down at the back, they were all trying to get some footage just now. You can see a bus pulling out. This is like chalk and cheese compared to Guyana. And this is what I want us to have in Guyana, because it's not so difficult. You don't have to wonder if he's washing his hand. You know, it's change drawer. I think we could safely say this snow cone cart is turned up. So as you can see, those people just got into the bus here. Everyone here has started waiting on public transportation as well. But there are no touts, because generally people already know where they need to go. You already know where you live, so you don't need a man to shove you into a bus and manhandle you and take your bags from you. Look at what's going on here, guys. Why is it so difficult for us to have something like this in Guyana? Knows where they're going, has a seat, bus moves off. Next bus comes, you know where you're going, you get on, you move off. No cussing, no pulling, no tugging, no violence, vulgarity, no policemen here collecting bribes from the drivers. Very orderly and organized. I think the population is good enough to get at least 100% improvement in the public transportation infrastructure and the services that we currently have. Our bus just pulling in there. The young people already know where they're going. There is no tout. There's an orderly move towards the bus. People disembark and other people are going to get on. And this is probably the most filthy I've ever seen this bus park as well. But no stench of urine or feces around here, because they're public restrooms that you can go and relieve yourself. Have a look around. There are no holes in the side of the street. There's a drain that's working. It's covered. No manholes that are uncovered looking for the blind or disabled to fall into them. And everything is just tended. The roads are capped. There's sidewalks. There's paving on the side of the road as well. Nothing is left to chance. No big piles of white sand. No drug addicts tossing and turning through the bins. And traffic is moving very smoothly. People just simply follow the laws where it comes to driving on the road here, which makes for a very, very peaceful city. And this is the scene outside the Venezuelan embassy. Post-Jubilee diplomatic pothole. The next thing I want you to observe are these crossings here. Now you'll notice on every road there are these bollards, and the bollards are to protect the pedestrians that are walking behind them on the pedestrian side, and also to prevent cars from parking up here or driving up here. If there's ever an accident, it's less likely that someone's going to get run over if they're protected by these bollards. And it ensures that the road is separate from the pedestrian walking area. Again, you can see very nice paving slabs have been used. They've not just taken any old dirty concrete as we would in Guyana and chucked it there for people to use. Work was finished 1 week ago, not even a week ago, a few days ago, maybe 3 or 4 days ago. So as you can see, they didn't even use proper bricks. They used concrete and stamped the concrete. They use a pattern to fool us, right? And it is already worn out. I don't know what to say. And just take a look at our surroundings. There's the US Embassy over there. There's a bank, I think it's GBTI. So we'll go across the other side and just have a look at that quickly. Here's another thing we could learn. These guys have bins everywhere. Every single street is just flooded with bins. Again, very organized. No noise, no cacophony, no abusing out and cussing. Just a very peaceful, civilized country going on its daily business. So you can stay in Suriname all day. You can stand up here all day, whole day, as we say in Guyana, and people just don't jump the line there. I've seen very, very, very few examples of bad driving in this place. People are orderly, and I guess the infrastructure itself makes it difficult to flout the law. You can only go in one direction some of these streets, and they make sure that there is an island in the middle of the road, for instance, to stop people trying to pope in, as we call it in Guyana, and overtake where they shouldn't be. And by following the law and just being civilized to each other, everyone seems to get where they're going a lot faster. That was a policewoman just exiting a bus that deposited people in the middle of the road. There is no hope. You'll also realize that in Suriname, there are almost no roadside vendors. And just have a look at how free and clear the pavement is. I've walked for the last 10 minutes. No one has tried to pull me in a car and say, big man, what you buying? Now that we mind economic activity, it's the harassment that's actually absent in this territory. It's people moving about their daily business in peace and tranquility, getting on with the business of building an economy, but peacefully. Another historic space just both sides of the road. And now we're coming up to Suriname's equivalent of the St. George's Cathedral, which I believe is called the St. Peter's Cathedral, with a bell that rings, my friends. So here we are. This is outside the St. Peter's Cathedral in Suriname. The bell in this cathedral actually still works, and that's right next to the Surinamese Bank. Now, if you can observe from here, the level of maintenance on this structure is just, it's incomparable to what pertains at the St. George's Cathedral in Guyana. And once again, I find myself saying it's like chalk and cheese, because there's nothing even comparable. This building has been far better kept than our own cathedral, and as a matter of fact, you could say every single historical monument in this city is in much the same position, having been better tended than its Guyanese equivalent. Zero pride. We put flags on this.
Like, we don't have tout here. No, we ain't got no touts and so here for truth. You don't really get that kind of harassment. The people pulling you for buses.
Police don't be stopping people on the road trying to bribe everybody, get money off of them. I don't hear people cussing each other out, my brother.
On the road every day, you don't hear that.
The traffic, nobody popping. You understand? There's a different life.
Everything is just to a level, an acceptable level that you could probably live and just move on, you know. And I find I enjoy that. I plan to spend 6 months and that changed now. Real thing, that changed. I ain't planning no 6 months. I'm going home in December, Christmas Eve day, and the day after Boxing Day, I back here. Yeah, that's all I want to do, just to spend a short time, and it's because I got a son in Guyana.
So what do you think would have to change in Guyana? Like how much change you foresee needing to occur before we are at a level of even Suriname, which is right next door to us?
We need at least right now we need at about 80% the change in everything, from cleaning up to attitude to infrastructure, you know, everything that would help an individual live a better life. We need to change that 100%.
Alright guys, we're here again on another day. This is the third day we're visiting the bus terminal in central Paramaribo, and the reason I'm coming back here is to show you it doesn't matter if it's a Sunday, which was the footage I showed you on the first off defense in which we featured minibus culture. It doesn't matter if we visit on a Monday, which was yesterday, but it's actually a Tuesday, and this is just leading up to rush hour time. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and have a look at this bus park. The garbage you find is in bags. There are bins everywhere. Not a single tout on this bus park. Let's go check it out. So you can see here, every bus, so the paving slabs on this particular walkway are all gone. But you can see every bus has a path, little route through it. Each of the buses has headrests for the passengers, and the buses just pull up and wait for people to get into them because they have to wait their turn. There are no policemen collecting bribes from these guys, you know. Another bus pulling up there. Come across, you got more buses lined up there. And I want you to note the quiet. There's not a single pushcart blasting offensive or vulgar music. Therefore, the youth aren't being inspired by the hot skull, badman, juk juk, daga daga culture, as I call it. Hey, you work on this bus park?
If you go there inside,
Where?
you see if you walk straight here,
Yeah.
you go inside. Yes, inside you see a lady there, you accept, she gonna tell you everything.
She'll give me an interview?
Yes.
Where?
You walk straight, and you go in there.
In there? Thanks, brother. So we're moving through the bus park. We're gonna have a chat with one of the people that controls this bus terminal. There's even a waiting area. This here is the waiting area for the bus terminal. So you can see. Even the tourists can wait in peace. Just, I don't know if there's anything more to say about this than you can't already see or hear. It's just more peaceful and far more civilized. I think they've got a few paving tiles to replace here, but we got a bus park to replace in Guyana, so they're definitely way ahead of us. No loud music in the buses. I just don't know how to go over this enough. I wish I could bring Guyanese police and put them in this park, but they'd probably start asking everyone for a bribe.
Hello. Hi.
I'm here with Mr. Rolf Cairo, who's the station manager at the Paramaribo Central Bus Terminal. We're in his office, and I just want to ask you a few questions about the bus park, because it seems you guys have best practice here in Suriname. I notice outside there are no touts. Are you familiar with what a tout is? Okay, so a tout in the Guyanese sense is someone that helps drivers load the bus, all right? So they can cut the line and get in front of someone else. They pull people's bags and they try and stuff people into a bus. The bus mightn't be full, it might be the back of the line, but they get money to fill the buses. You don't have anything like that here?
No, we don't have anything like that here.
So what order? I see it's very organized. How have you gotten this park so organized?
So, I'm about 4 years here,
Mm-hmm.
and this system was already how do you say that?
It's established already.
Established already. So we use how do you say that? I'm not so good at English, but continuing with the process. Yeah, we are continuing with the process.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, as you say, it's not like Guyana here,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a system that we try to organize the park by we have a rotation, a system whereby the buses have actual time, whereby they have to, how do you say that? They have to departure.
Mm-hmm. So the buses have a departure time?
Yes, they have a departure.
All these
time.
buses have a departure time?
No, we have two systems here.
Okay.
In Suriname. This system where we control here
Mhm.
is from the government, and the other part is from
Private.
private. It's private.
So they have government and private
Yeah,
working
government
together.
and private. No, they don't work together.
No, I mean in the same park.
Yes.
They're in the same park.
Yes.
And there's no conflict?
No.
So how do the two work together? The government buses work on a schedule with departure times,
Schedule, yeah.
and the private buses.
Private buses is
This is the schedule here.
yes. It's,
Wow, look at this, Guyana. Never seen this in our life. A schedule for buses. So this tells you when it's gonna leave, the price as well.
As well.
So bus drivers they don't decide the price just off the top of their head.
No.
So
this is from the government system.
so that's from the government.
Yes, from the government system. But the private system is what say it?
In cash when the bus is full, he leave.
You leave when the bus is
empty,
full.
he
You leave and
So when the bus is full, the private ones they leave.
they leave.
And these ones, even if they're not full, if they're on a schedule,
Yeah, they are not, even if they're not full, they have to hold them on the schedule
because they have another place to be to pick up
to pick
other
up
people.
Other people.
How do disabled people get around? People with disabilities.
We have a special department that is busy taking care of the disabled people.
You have a special department to take care of people with special needs.
Special and
Wow.
people in
So they are considered. You consider the needs of
Yes,
these
yes,
people
yes.
as well. That's wonderful. And the other question I have for you is with regard to music. So I spoke to a driver not long ago called Remy, but he was telling me that before you did have problems with music on the buses
but that is of the private sector.
and the private.
Yeah.
But how did you stop this?
Yeah, the private sector, the government has give a warning to them
Mm-hmm.
that it must be they have to hold them on the roads
Mm-hmm.
and not to be disturbing.
So the government actually implemented a rule.
Implement.
No loud music and
No,
disturbing
no,
people.
no,
Because it's very peaceful all around.
yes,
And I don't even see police needed to maintain. Because in Guyana, we even have police there with all the chaos.
Yes.
But the police collect bribe. They collect money from people.
Oh.
Yeah, some of the minibuses are owned by police. Do you have the same thing here?
No,
Where
no.
some of these buses are owned by policemen?
No.
And then when
But
you...
even if it is owned by a policeman, we don't have such problems here.
You don't have problems like that.
No.
So, what would you recommend because this seems like a system that's been implemented and going for years, what would you recommend as someone that's been doing this job for a country that wanted to take steps towards organizing a bus depot, maybe definitely having a department that deals with special needs and disability and this sort of organization and cleanliness? How would you suggest a body start moving towards this?
At the first, the difference between Suriname and Guyana is that I think that Guyana have a much bigger population,
Mm-hmm.
and with that alone, you will have much large public to transport.
Mm-hmm.
This I think that is one of the difference why it's much easier here for us in Suriname because we don't have many people as Guyana.
How many people do you have in Suriname?
By the 500,000.
Okay, we have almost 700,000.
700.
600 and something thousand.
Yeah, what should I recommend? I think the Guyana people, the Guyanese people, have to have to zeg je dat? Ze moeten overeenkomen dat
Must be agreed.
yes, they must agree that to implement a schedule, a fee schedule. I don't know if they have a special government department that
There's a Ministry of Transport, Public Infrastructure as well. They have
but
a
they
central
don't have an
transport.
organization that of the government that consider the
There is a government organization that considers transportation, but they're not doing anything like this. This is why I've come to find out what you guys do and
But this-
why there's a difference.
At first, it must begin from the top if they want to organize that. I think that the government has the tools in hand to control the system, and they must take steps towards that organization and implement a schedule, a time schedule to departure the people there.
So and it results in people having better service. People have better service because of this.
I think that, but now and then you have some complaining, and
But if someone has a complaint,
yeah,
who do they talk to? If something happens,
with the boss.
yeah,
with-
the
with-
boss,
with-
the
with
the
the
driver.
driver, with the client,
Hmm.
they come to us.
They can come to you,
They can come to
and
us.
you can implement penalty. You
Yes.
can, yes.
Yes, we can implement penalties, and what we do here in Suriname in this organization is that the buses
Mhm.
are in fact they are not owned by the government. They're hoe zeg je contract? Yes, we have agreements with bus holders.
Hmm.
So they put their bus for us so that we can use them
Service.
In the service.
in the service.
So private bus holders
Yes.
put their buses in the care of the government, and you pay them.
The government.
The government pays them,
Yeah.
but then you manage the service of those
Service of
buses
the buses.
to make sure it's of a high standard.
It's a first standard.
Wow, amazing. You can't imagine why I'm saying that's amazing, but that's
No, I can
amazing.
imagine that.
That's amazing for Guyana. That's I think, yeah, it's amazing for Guyana. There's nothing of the sort. We had a government bus system,
Yeah.
but it was completely scrapped,
Yeah.
and then private people took over on the roads. But then there was no laws or rules given from the government, so chaos,
Chaos.
right? It's vulgar, it's all about sex, violence, drugs, guns, and they play this all day long
Yeah.
in the buses, and it influences our young people.
Yeah, this same problem was also seen here,
Hmm.
but the government has acted really fast, so that it has been solved. We have buses that have the DVD player,
Hmm.
and they play sex videos, and the government has acted quickly, so the problem has been solved.
Thank you so much. Why is it so chaotic in this bus park? As someone that works here.
On the work site, why is it so chaotic?
Yeah.
Man, why it's so being so chaotic? Because you don't see. People who's being so chaotic is careless people. People who don't have a job. People who don't have a future. You understand me? And that's where when you could find, the devil find works for idlers. Because from the time you get idling, there's time to do different things. You might tell yourself in a fight, you might reach up to the thieving gang looking for things differently. You understand me? And the reason we make enough people is out here, so I feel, is because them ain't get job.
So there's hustling, everyone's trying to make some money.
Trying to make a daily bread, don't care how small it is.
So you don't think it could be more organized?
It could be more organized if we get more job facility. If we get more job facility, this you know.
And what about the professionalization of the people that are working? You think that's something we could do as well? Professionalize this thing. So you gotta be professional when you're dealing with your customers.
Well,
like that bus driver there, he can't be drinking, right?
Well, totally avoid. Drinking and drive is totally wrong. I don't side with nothing like that. Even if you want to drink, you can take a drink of coconut water or a little water or a Sprite. But once you're drinking alcohol, they need authority have to come into there and do something there. Take the breathalyzer test. Soon they catch you with the breath test.
I never see police here with a breathalyzer.
Yeah,
ever.
You get it, but it's only certain people.
Certain people? But certain people get by?
Yeah.
Alright, we need to change our culture then.
Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot, brother.
You go down.
Where? When?
Earlier, just
Here we are in the Hermitage Mall. The battery is just about to die, but just want to show you what shopping in Suriname is like. And believe me, you're only seeing a tiny fraction of the stores in here. But very vibrant and a perfect end to a pretty good day. A day you just wouldn't have in Guyana. And one other thing I want to point out about Suriname, if you haven't noticed yet, it is awfully quiet. You have a bit of music playing at a comfortable level, I would say, but generally there's no boom boom music around the place.